My name is Robert Williams. I am 70 years old. Yes, 70. My love life is not finished. And today I want to talk about something many people my age are afraid to talk about. Something that is often hidden, ignored, or treated like it no longer matters once you grow older. I am still enjoying sexual intimacy with my wife. I am still feeling close to her. I am still feeling confident in myself. I am still feeling alive inside. And no, it is not because I am lucky. It is not because I am special. It is not because I was born different. It is because I learned how to take care of my body, my mind, and my marriage. For many years, I believed that getting older meant slowly losing joy. I believed that love, connection, and confidence were only for young people. I believed that once you reached a certain age, you were supposed to accept weakness, loneliness, and silence. But I was wrong. Very wrong. I discovered that growing older does not mean growing empty. It does not mean giving up on affection, companionship, or self-respect. It does not mean you stop feeling important or valuable. What it really means is that you must learn how to care for yourself better than ever before. You must learn how to listen to your body. You must learn how to protect your health. You must learn how to nurture your relationships. You must learn how to respect yourself. Today, I want to share my story with you. Not to brag, not to impress anyone, not to pretend that life is perfect, but to encourage you, to remind you that your life still matters, your happiness still matters, your relationships still matter, your confidence still matters, no matter your age. If you are in your 60s, 70s, or even older, this message is for you. You are not finished. You are not forgotten. You are not too old to grow, to improve, or to enjoy life. Growing older does not mean giving up on love. It means learning how to love better. I grew up in a small town in Ohio, in a time when men were taught to be strong, silent, and hard-working. In my generation, we believed that real men did not complain, did not slow down, and did not talk about pain. We believed that if you could work long hours and still stand on your feet, then you were doing well in life. So I lived that way. I worked from early morning until late at night. I skipped meals when I was busy. When I did eat, it was usually fast food or whatever was quick and cheap. I rarely exercised because I believed that work itself was enough exercise. I told myself that rest was for weak people. In my mind, strength meant pushing myself no matter how tired I was. It meant ignoring headaches, body pain, and exhaustion. It meant showing up every day, even when my body was asking me to slow down. I never thought seriously about my health. I never checked my blood pressure. I never paid attention to what I ate. I never asked myself how my lifestyle would affect my future. I also never thought about aging. I honestly believed I would always be strong. I believed I would always have energy. I believed old age was something far away that would never really touch me. But life has a way of teaching you hard lessons. Slowly, quietly, and without warning, my body began to change. And I soon learned that ignoring your health does not make you strong. It only delays the consequences. In my late 50s, I began to notice changes in my body and in my life that I could no longer ignore. At first, they were small. I felt tired more often. I needed more rest. Simple tasks that used to be easy suddenly felt heavy. I told myself it was just age and kept moving forward. But the tiredness did not go away. Instead, it grew. I started waking up already exhausted. I lost motivation. I lost confidence in myself. I no longer felt strong, capable, or proud the way I once did. Deep inside, I felt like I was slowly fading. At the same time, my relationship with my wife, Margaret, began to change. I was still physically present in our home. I still went to work. I still sat at the dinner table. I still watched television beside her. But emotionally, I was far away. My mind was always tired. My spirit was always heavy. I stopped talking. I stopped laughing. I stopped sharing my thoughts and dreams. Without realizing it, I was slowly building a wall between us.
Robert, I miss you. You're here, but you're not really here.
Her words broke my heart. In that moment, I saw myself clearly for the first time. I saw a man who was alive on the outside, but slowly disappearing on the inside. That night, I lay in bed, unable to sleep. I realized I was losing my energy. I was losing my confidence. I was losing my connection. I was losing myself. And I knew something had to change. When I turned 60, something inside me said it was time to stop pretending that everything was fine. For years, I had ignored the warning signs. I had ignored the tiredness. I had ignored the weight gain. I had ignored the shortness of breath. I had convinced myself that feeling weak was just part of getting older. But deep down, I knew that was not true. So I finally went for a full medical checkup. I still remember sitting in that quiet examination room, waiting for the doctor to return with my results. My heart was beating fast, not because of illness, but because of fear. For the first time in my life, I was afraid to hear the truth. When the doctor came back, he looked at me seriously. My blood pressure was high. My cholesterol was high. My weight was higher than it should be. One by one, he explained what those numbers meant. He told me that my heart was under pressure. My blood vessels were struggling. My body was working harder than it should just to keep me alive.
Robert, you are not in danger today, but if you continue like this, you will be.
Those words hit me like a hammer.
Your energy, your confidence, and even your intimacy all depend on your health. If you don't protect your body, you will slowly lose all three.
I sat there in silence. No one had ever spoken to me so honestly before. That sentence followed me home. It echoed in my mind for days and nights. I kept hearing it again and again. Your energy depends on your health. Your confidence depends on your health. Your marriage depends on your health. That was the moment I stopped making excuses. That was the moment I chose to change. After my doctor's warning, I realized that changing my life would require more than good intentions. I needed knowledge. I needed understanding. I needed the truth about what was really happening to my body. So I began to learn. I started reading books about health and aging. I watched documentaries about the heart, the brain, and the body. I attended community health seminars and asked questions I had been too proud to ask before. For the first time, I took my well-being seriously. And what I discovered surprised me. I learned that aging itself does not destroy desire, confidence, or connection. Growing older does not automatically take these things away. What really steals them is unhealthy living, stress that is never released, poor diet filled with sugar and processed food, lack of movement and exercise, poor sleep every night, emotional distance from the people you love. These are the real enemies. I also learned that most men give up far too early. Not because their bodies have completely failed them, but because their minds have convinced them that they are too old to improve. That belief is dangerous. It is a lie. And I decided I would not live by it anymore. People often ask me, "Robert, what is your secret?" They expect me to mention some special medicine, some expensive treatment, or some miracle supplement. But the truth is simple. There are no shortcuts. There are no magic pills. There are no overnight fixes. There is only discipline. Let me share my real daily routine. First, I walk every morning. No matter the weather, no matter how I feel, I walk for at least 30 minutes, sometimes alone, sometimes with my wife. That walk keeps my heart strong. It keeps my blood flowing. It clears my mind, and it gives me natural energy for the rest of the day. Second, I changed my diet. I began eating more fruits, vegetables, fish, nuts, and whole grains. I reduced sugar, fried foods, and heavily processed meals. I learned that food is not just something to enjoy. It is fuel. It either builds your body or slowly destroys it. Third, I protect my sleep. I make sure I sleep 7 to 8 hours every night. No phone in bed, no late-night television, no unnecessary distractions. Sleep is when the body repairs itself. Without good sleep, nothing else works properly. Finally, I control my stress. I pray, I meditate, I breathe deeply. I choose peace over arguments. I avoid toxic conversations and negative environments. I learned that peace keeps the body alive. These habits change my life. Let me share something with you. Sex and intimacy is not only about the body. It is about the heart. It is about trust. It is about emotional safety. It is about feeling valued and respected. When I was younger, I thought intimacy was mostly physical. I believed it was something that just happened naturally, without much effort. As long as I worked hard and provided for my family, I thought that was enough. But as I grew older, I realized how wrong I was. True closeness does not come from strength alone. It comes from attention, kindness, and consistency. So I began to change the way I treated my wife. I started listening to her, not just hearing her words, but truly paying attention. I began complimenting her, reminding her that she was beautiful, appreciated, and important to me. I helped her more around the house. I respected her opinions, even when they were different from mine. Most importantly, I learned to express my love every single day. I learned to say, thank you. I learned to say, I appreciate you. I learned to say, I love you. Not once in a while, not only on special occasions, but every day. As our emotional connection grew stronger, our physical closeness followed naturally. Because love always comes first. And when love is strong, everything else becomes stronger too. One of the biggest battles I had to fight was not in my body. It was in my mind. Many men over 60 are afraid to talk about their struggles, afraid to ask questions, afraid to admit that something is not working the way it used to. They worry about being judged. They worry about looking weak. So they choose silence. And silence slowly destroys confidence, relationships, and health. I refused to live that way. I decided to speak up. I spoke honestly with my doctor about my concerns. I spoke openly with my wife about my fears. I even spoke with counselors and trusted friends when I needed guidance. And you know what I learned? There is no shame in wanting to improve. There is no shame in learning. There is no shame in asking for help. Real strength is not pretending everything is perfect. Real strength is honesty. As much as discipline and healthy habits are important, I also learned that sometimes you need professional medical support. That is not weakness. That is wisdom. I now check my blood pressure regularly. I monitor my heart health. I go for routine medical checkups. When my doctor gives advice, I follow it carefully. I stop trusting fake drugs, miracle cures, and dangerous internet rumors. I realize that my life is too valuable to gamble with. Your health deserves real care. Your body deserves expert guidance. Your future deserves protection. Do not risk everything by listening to lies. Choose knowledge. Choose safety. Choose life. Today, at 70 years old, I feel strong in my body and peaceful in my mind. I feel confident in who I am and grateful for the life I have built. Most importantly, I feel deeply connected to my wife. We talk openly, we laugh freely, we travel together. We enjoy simple moments side by side, not like teenagers chasing excitement, but like two people who truly understand patience, respect, and love. Age did not weaken our relationship. It deepened it. It made it richer, calmer, and more meaningful than ever before. If you are watching this right now and you are over 60, please listen to me with an open heart. You are not finished. You are not useless. You are not outdated. Your body can become stronger. Your confidence can return. Your marriage can grow deeper. But nothing changes by accident. You must choose. Choose health. Choose discipline. Choose self-respect. Choose love. Choose growth. No one will make these choices for you. Your future is still in your hands. Let me leave you with this final message. Strong health brings energy. Good habits build confidence. Deep love creates connection. A positive mindset brings life. I am Robert Williams. I am 70 years old, and I am still enjoying life. Not by luck, not by chance, but because I chose to. If this story encouraged you, please like this video. Share it with someone who needs hope today. Subscribe to 60 Plus Wisdom and Wellness Hub for more inspiration. Your best years may still be ahead. Stay strong, stay wise, stay blessed. My name is Robert Williams. I am 70 years old. Yes, 70.